everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley. I'm a holistic nutritionist that focuses and specializes primarily on women's nutrition, fertility, hormones, and digestion. I want you to remember that all of this information is not medical advice, but instead it is advice that you can take to better the life of yourself, your family, your spouse, whomever. It's not a diet. It is a way that the entire family can get involved and have a very supportive lifestyle with the seasons wherever you are geographically. Today I'm going to teach you how to remineralize your body without taking another supplement in 3 simple steps. I'll break down each of the steps kind of vaguely, and then if you want more of the details, you can jump into our membership where I have the full and complete video with all the details, links, codes, and everything else that you would need. So when it comes to remineralizing our body, I guess first off we have to ask, what does that even mean? Whenever I talk about remineralizing your body, that simply means getting the minerals back into the body that have been depleted, that have been pulled, whether it was from stress from the environment, from toxins, from relationships, from, tap water, or whether it was from different chemicals that are being in the air or household toxins, whatever it may be. All these minerals are leaving our bodies, and when we are minerally depleted, we are not in a balanced state. Our hormones are imbalanced, our digestion is off, we can't sleep, our energy levels are wonky, and so we really want to focus on remineralizing our bodies. The 3 ways that I love to remineralize my body are through eating a nutrient-dense diet, eating for minerals. I love to take mineral-rich baths, and I have a few tips on how to do that, how to up your bath. And then the 3rd is drinking for minerals. So now let's break all of those down. Whenever I think about eating for minerals, okay, what does that mean? Actually, that can be like, okay, do I eat fruits? Do I eat vegetables? What does that mean? My number 1 tip for eating for minerals is to eat nose to tail nutrition. So that is the organs like the heart and the kidneys and the liver, and to put the chicken feet in the broths, and to utilize the ears, and to, use every single bit of the animal, because all of them have different amino acid profiles, different nutrients, different minerals that are going to support our hormones, our thyroid, and our metabolism. The second way that we can support our bodies with the eating for nutrients is to incorporate raw dairy. And obviously you want to make sure that you have a reputable source of organic raw A2 dairy that is easily digestible, and that you are sourcing from a high quality, clean farm that you trust. This would look like culturing your dairy. So cultured butter, cultured yogurt, doing kefirs, making things like that where you have all those natural living bacteria and cultures from the air, from your environment coming in and doing their magic on the milk, and then making it more digestible for your body and delivering you all of those 20 plus essential nutrients that are completely digestible and absorbable for your health. The 3rd thing would be to look at adding in shellfish, seafood, seaweed, different things like that. Obviously, if you have an allergy, you want to disregard this tip, but these foods deliver so many wonderful and crucial minerals and nutrients like B vitamins and manganese and selenium. You get wonderful bioavailable protein from them. They're full of zinc and magnesium. So we really want to prioritize getting those in from high quality, reputable sources as well, as close to you as possible. So if you're in Washington or Idaho, you want to, get over from the Pacific, you want to get over from the Washington coast, the Oregon coast, and make sure that those foods are as close to home as possible. Then we move on to step 2, which is taking mineral baths. And this is one of my favorite and nearly free tips that I give to all my clients and all my students in my course and people in my membership. How can we implement taking 3 to 5 baths a week, and how can we clear up time in our schedule to make that a priority? Because if something's a priority for you, you will make it happen. So I set aside time, just 15 minutes is all you need, to take a mineral bath 3 to 5 times a week. You can bring the kids in with you. You can make it a fun family thing. It doesn't have to be this totally zenned out candles, chocolate, and tea moment. That's not what I'm picturing, unless you're into that, and that's great. But in my house, that's not what happens. My son comes in, he loves pouring in the Epsom salt, he loves pouring in the borax, the baking soda, putting in the flower petals, whatever we have seasonal and whatever is available to us for the season that we're in. So my 3 tips for the bath are that you are adding in baking soda, borax, and Epsom salt, and at the very least Epsom salt, because one of the greatest things about this is that this magnesium sulfate, which is what Epsom salt is delivering, actually can increase the blood level, so the serum levels of your magnesium, in just one 12-minute bath per week. That is it, and it only was with 1 cup of Epsom salt. So we take our baths with like 3 to 5 cups of salt. Everyone's gonna be different, so you find out what works best for you, and then add in those little boosters like baking soda and borax, and make sure you're sourcing really high quality. You don't wanna just dump in some like crappy brand of borax that would irritate your skin. Instead, find a really good brand. I can put some below for you if that is helpful. Another important note here is that you're using filtered water. You don't want to be bathing in tap water, any kind of city water that has a bunch of really dangerous chemicals and additives that you don't want, especially when they're hot. These actually get more dangerous. So instead of now just having chlorine in your water, you now have chlorine byproducts, and those are even more dangerous than the chlorine was in and of itself before it got heated. So make sure you have a water filter, either whole house, or you can get a little bath filter. I have one linked below, but do not, please do not bathe in tap water. And if you want to learn more about the quality of your water, I recommend that you visit ewg.org. And I have the link listed below where you can put in your zip code and find exactly what's in the water that you may be drinking and bathing in. Now for our final and third step of remineralizing your body without another supplement, we focus on drinking for the minerals. So here we're gonna look at broths, teas, and infused waters. And so the base of all of these is gonna be a really high quality, remineralized, chlorine-free, fluoride-free water. So tap water is what we don't want, and filtered water is what we want to focus on. So we don't want to be making broths and teas with tap water. Again, we're heating them, we're creating a bunch of byproducts that are not necessary. So first we're going to make a bone broth, and whether you're buying it or you're making it, which I recommend, it's way cheaper to make, and you can pick exactly what you want in it. You can put the seaweed in it that I talked about above. You can put different scraps from your veggies from the meals you've cooked throughout the week, so there's no waste. You can add mushrooms and different mushroom powders, and you can add all sorts of different things that will make this a super mineral rich broth that you can sip on with meals. And I love and always recommend that people sip on broths with meals and with snacks, whatever it may be. And the second thing that you can focus on are teas. So whether you're an herbal tea person, you like mint, or you like chamomile, you like rose, whatever it may be, just adding more teas into your life instead of just sipping on plain water. These are gonna give you so many more minerals, so many more nutrients, and they taste delicious. You can make them whatever you want them to be. And the third thing is that you're gonna try infused water. So again, you're focusing with that really clean, nice filtered water, and based on the season that you're in, you can add cucumbers, strawberries, different berries, lemon. You can squeeze fresh orange into it a little bit to give a little bit of essence of that lavender, mint, whatever it may be, but we're creating these infused waters that just have a little bit of an additional nutrient boost in them. So one of my favorites is ginger, lemon, and apple cider vinegar, and that helps with many things beyond just remineralizing the body. It helps with digestive support as well as blood sugar support, which is really essential when we are, trying to heal our hormones and balance out our bodies. One thing I really, really, really have to nail in and remind you of is that food without nutrients is coming from soil without nutrients. So if your soil is depleted, it's being monocropped, and there is no tender love and care going into the sustainability and the regeneration and the just the care of the soil, your food is going to be depleted of those nutrients as well, because you can't pull something out of nothing. If the soil is devoid of nutrients, the food is devoid of nutrients. And so I'm sure you have Googled or whatever one time, mineral profile of spinach, or how much blank is in strawberries, and you get the nutrition panel and it tells you all the wonderful things, and so you're eating all those foods to get in those nutrients. But those little facts were created nearly 100 years ago when our soil was completely different than it is today. So think about that. You have to focus on and prioritize soil health if you want to be eating nutrient-dense foods. So remember that next time you're trying to eat a food for nutrient density, think about the soil that it's coming from. I always like to leave anyone, whether you're my student or a member in my course or just someone here on YouTube, with an action point. So my action point for you is to pick one from each of these categories and implement them within the next 72 hours. Make it regular, make it a part of your routine, because if you take all this information and never do anything with it, it will just ferment in your mind, create more confusion and chaos, and that is the opposite of what we want. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. You can you can comment, all the YouTube things, and let me know what topics you want me to cover if you have any questions, and we will see you in the comments.